The man who lit the fatal Loafers Lodge fire in Wellington in 2023 has been found guilty of murdering 5 residents. It took jurors 17 hours of deliberations to convict 50-year-old Esarona Lologa, who had pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Gasps were reportedly heard from the public gallery as the jury's verdicts were read out in court this morning. Lologa had name suppression until today. And a warning, Antony Stevens' report contains some distressing details.
A jury found Esarona Lologa guilty of murdering 5 people after he set the Wellington hostel Loafers Lodge alight in May 2023. 5 times the jury was asked,
"Do you find the defendant Esarona Lologa guilty, not guilty, or proven but not criminally liable on the ground of insanity?"
Guilty.
And 5 times they answered guilty. They also found Lologa guilty of arson. Justice Peter Churchman lifted the suppression that's been part of the 5-week trial and thanked the jury.
I acknowledge that this has been a long case. It's also been a case that has components that have been quite distressing.
There was no dispute Lologa lit the fire, but his lawyers said he was not guilty by reason of insanity, saying his schizophrenia led him to light the fire when he was experiencing serious psychotic symptoms.
The defence repeats to you that there was no other obvious reason or motive to light the fires than mental unwellness, lighting the fires to scare people away.
But the Crown disagreed, saying he knew lighting the fire was wrong and his motivation was to be moved out of the 92-room hostel.
That was his goal. And setting the fire to the building was an effective way of achieving his goal to get out of the lodge and to get somewhere else to live. It worked.
CCTV footage was shown to the court of Lologa setting a couch alight. He had been living at the boarding house for only a week. Residents put out that fire, but he quickly returned to start another fire. Then Lologa left the building without raising the alarm or calling emergency services. That fire would prove fatal.
And if it weren't for the fact the CCTV hard drives survived the catastrophic fire that he lit, he could well have got away with it.
Throughout the trial, around 100 witnesses gave evidence, including residents who described their harrowing escapes from the blaze.
I can't breathe.
And firefighters in tears recounting their experiences. A tragedy that claimed 5 innocent lives.
Their names were Kenneth Barnard, Liam Hockings, Peter O'Sullivan, Melvin Perrin, and Michael Woolrich.
5 men killed by one premeditated act. Esarona Lologa is awaiting sentencing.